What if I told you you've been getting scammed at the gas station every single week, not by the pump, but by the advice you've been following your whole life? You think you're being smart, doing all the right things to save a few bucks on gas. You follow the tricks from your dad, your neighbor, or some self-proclaimed expert online. But here's the ugly truth. A lot of those so-called hacks are not only wrong, they're making you spend more money, and some could even be slowly killing your engine. With prices this high, we can't afford to waste a single drop or fall for outdated myths. So today, we're putting the most popular fuel-saving tips to the test to see what actually works. We'll expose the advice that's draining your wallet and show you the truth that could change the way you fill up. Forever. Forget everything you think you know. If you're someone who cares about protecting your vehicle with real facts instead of marketing hype, hit that subscribe button right now. It's actually shocking that over 95% of viewers don't subscribe, despite saving hundreds or even thousands from the information in these videos. Subscribing costs you nothing, but helps us keep bringing you content that oil companies and dealers don't want you to see. Let's get started. Myth number 1. You need to warm up your engine before driving. Does your car really need to idle for 10 minutes before you drive? Let's start with a classic. The one your dad, granddad, and probably half your neighbors still swear by. Cold morning, you start the car. Let it idle for 5, maybe 10 minutes, so the engine can warm up. Seems logical, right? Let the oil circulate. Get the engine to temp. Here's the truth. Unless you're driving a car from the 80s with a carburetor, you're just burning gas to go nowhere. Modern fuel-injected engines are built to warm up while you drive. All they need is about 30 seconds, not 10 minutes. The fastest, most efficient warm-up is to start the engine, wait a moment, then drive off gently. You'll heat the cabin quicker, get better mileage, and actually, get somewhere. And it's not just wasteful, it can be harmful. Cold idling lets unburned fuel wash oil off your cylinder walls, causing extra wear over time. Plus, your catalytic converter only works when it's hot. So all that warming up is really just dumping more pollution into the air. The only thing you're warming up is your wallet, by setting it on fire. Myth number 2. Premium fuel boosts miles per gallon in any car. This is one of the most expensive myths in the car world, and millions of drivers fall for it every single day. You pull up to the pump, see 87, 89, and then that shiny 91 or 93 with the word premium on it. Sounds better, right? Must clean the engine, give more power, and boost mileage. Wrong. For most cars, putting premium in an engine designed for regular is like pouring Evian on your houseplants. Pointless and expensive. Here's the reality. Premium fuel doesn't have more energy, and it's not better quality in the way you think. That octane number just measures how much the fuel can be compressed before it ignites. High-performance engines, like turbocharged ones, need it to prevent knock, where the fuel ignites too early and damages the engine. But if your owner's manual says use regular 87, your car's computer isn't tuned to take advantage of higher octane. It won't give you extra power or better miles per gallon. AAA even tested this and found zero benefit, estimating Americans waste over $2 billion a year on this myth. The only thing premium fuel will boost in this case is the oil company's profits. So check your manual, not the marketing. Myth number 3. A full gas tank prevents fuel evaporation. Will keeping your gas tank full actually stop fuel from evaporating? Sounds logical. Keep the tank full, leave less room for air, and boom, less gas turns into vapor and escapes. Seems scientific, but this tip belongs in the automotive museum. Yes, in ancient cars with vented gas caps, vapors could leak out. But every modern car has an evap system, short for evaporative emission control, a sealed setup that traps fuel vapors and sends them back to the engine to burn. Whether your tank's full or nearly empty, those vapors aren't going anywhere. And here's the twist. Chasing this myth can actually hurt your mileage. Gas is heavy. A full 20-gallon tank weighs over 120 pounds. That's like hauling an extra passenger everywhere you go. More weight means more work for your engine, which means more fuel burned. While the effect is small, it's the exact opposite of what the myth promises. The better move? Keep your tank between a quarter and full and skip the obsessive top-offs. Your car and your wallet will be just fine. Myth number 4. Aftermarket fuel-saving gadgets are a miracle cure. Oh, you've seen the ads. A little device you plug into your car's power outlet or a magnet you snap onto your fuel line, all promising to slash your fuel use by 20, 30, even 40%. They claim to use some secret tech that big oil doesn't want you to have. This is one of the most predatory myths out there. Let's be real. If a cheap little gadget could magically boost fuel economy that much, it wouldn't be a secret. Car manufacturers, who are under huge pressure to make cars more efficient, would have already built it in. They spend billions trying to squeeze out an extra 1 to 2% in miles per gallon. The idea that a $50 gizmo beats their entire research and development department is just laughable. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has tested tons of these things and found they provide little to no benefit. Some even make things worse. Dig into these products and you'll find they do nothing. The ones that plug in are usually just a circuit board with a blinking LED light to make you feel like it's working. Stop looking for a magic pill. The real way to save fuel is through good habits, not snake oil. Myth number 5. Idling uses less fuel than restarting your engine. You in a long drive-through line or waiting to pick someone up who says they'll be just a minute. You leave the engine running, thinking restarting will waste more gas than idling. For any modern car, that's just wrong. Fuel injection systems today are incredibly efficient. Starting your engine uses only a tiny sip of gas. Idling, on the other hand, gives you exactly 0 miles per gallon. Experts say if you're stopped for more than 10 seconds, you'll save fuel by shutting it off, and those little moments add up. A car can burn a quarter to half a gallon of gas per hour just sitting there. Long idles also aren't great for your engine. They can cause carbon buildup because the engine isn't running at its optimal temperature or load. Bottom line, don't be afraid to turn that key. Your wallet and the air will thank you. Myth number 6. The AC is a gas guzzler. Always open the windows instead. It is a hot day. The starts. Roll the windows down or blast the AC. We've all heard that air conditioning kills your mileage. And yes, it does use energy. But sometimes open windows are worse. It all comes down to speed. In city driving, your engine isn't working hard, and the drag from open windows is tiny, so rolling them down is usually more efficient. But hit the highway and the game changes. Your car's shape is designed for smooth airflow. Open the windows at 60 miles per hour and you ruin that, letting air flood in and creating turbulence. It's like towing a small parachute. Your engine has to burn more fuel to push through. Studies show that at higher speeds, the drag from open windows can cost you more gas than running the AC, and modern AC systems are far more efficient than they used to be. Rule of thumb: city streets, windows down, highway, windows up, AC on. Myth number 7. Manual transmissions are always more fuel efficient. Once upon a time, this was true. If you wanted the best mileage, you learned to drive stick. Old automatics were slow, clunky, and thirsty. But today's automatics are a different animal. With tech like CVTs and dual clutch systems, they can shift faster and more precisely than any human, keeping the engine in its sweet spot for efficiency. In fact, for many models, the automatic now has a better miles per gallon rating than the manual, so the time has changed. Manual isn't automatically the mileage champ anymore. The real difference comes down to driving habits. Smooth acceleration, gentle braking, and not mashing the pedal will save far more fuel than whether you row your own gears or not. Myth number 8. Fuel additives will dramatically boost your mileage. You are walking down the auto parts aisle, and you'll see rows of bottles promising plus 20% miles per gallon or restores lost power. Sounds tempting, but for most drivers, it's pure fiction. Yes, a good cleaner can help an older engine with carbon buildup, but modern gasoline already comes loaded with advanced additives, especially if you buy top-tier fuel to keep your engine clean. Oil companies spend millions on these blends before the fuel even hits the pump. Some additives might give a tiny cleaning benefit, but the cost almost always outweighs any microscopic miles per gallon gain. The truth, if you keep up with maintenance and use quality fuel, you don't need to dump magic juice in your tank. Save your money for the stuff that actually works. Myth number 9. Buy gas in the morning when it's cooler and denser. Sounds clever. Fill up in the cool morning air and get denser gas, which means more energy per gallon. But here's the problem. The fuel's temperature doesn't match the air. Gas at the station is stored in massive underground tanks insulated by dirt, keeping it at a stable temperature day and night. Morning chill, afternoon heat, the gas barely notices. Even if there were a tiny temperature change, the density difference is so small you'd save maybe fractions of a penny per gallon. In reality, you'd burn more brain power planning fill-ups than you'd ever save. Technically true in a lab, useless in the real world. Myth number 10. Branded gasoline is always better and gives better mileage. Some drivers are fiercely loyal to one gas station brand, swearing it makes their car run smoother. The truth? For most people, the difference is minor. All gasoline in the US must meet strict quality and octane standards. The real dividing line isn't brand, it's whether the gas is top tier. That certification means extra detergents to keep engines clean, and plenty of big and small brands qualify. Once you're buying top tier, one brand won't magically give better mileage than another. What matters more is the station itself. A busy location with fresh fuel and clean tanks beats a rundown one every time. Don't pay extra for a name. Pay for quality fuel from a station that takes care of its equipment. Now let's talk the real secrets to saving gas. Alright, so we've busted a ton of myths. We've exposed the lies that have been costing you money. You're probably thinking, okay, so what can I actually do? Don't worry, the good news is that the real ways to save fuel aren't secrets at all. They are simple, proven strategies that are 100% in your control. First, and this is the big one, drive smoothly. Your driving style is the #1 factor in your fuel use. Imagine there's an egg under your gas pedal and a full cup of coffee in the cup holder. No aggressive starts, no slamming on the brakes. Every time you brake hard, you waste all the fuel you just used to get up to speed. Look ahead and anticipate the flow of traffic. Coast to a stop instead of racing toward a red light. Second, do your basic maintenance. This isn't optional. The most critical part is keeping your tires properly inflated. Underinflated tires create more resistance on the road, forcing your engine to work harder. This alone can slash your fuel economy. Check your tire pressure at least once a month. Beyond that, just follow your car's service schedule. Clean oil, new air filters, and fresh spark plugs all help your engine run at its best. Third, lose the weight and drag. Seriously, take all that junk out of your trunk. Every extra 100 pounds you haul around hurts your miles per gallon. And that roof rack or cargo box you haven't used in 6 months, take it off. It creates massive aerodynamic drag at highway speeds that just kills your fuel economy. Finally, be smart about your trips. Combine errands into one longer trip instead of several short ones. An engine is least efficient when it's cold, so one trip on a fully warmed engine uses less fuel than multiple cold starts. And like we said, stop idling. If you're parked for more than 10 to 15 seconds, just turn it off. That's the truth. There are no miracle gadgets, magic fuels, or secret tricks to beating gas prices. The real secret is boring but powerful. Be a smarter driver and a responsible car owner. Bottom line, the power to save money at the pump is in your hands, not in a bottle, not in a gadget, and definitely not in a myth. Want to learn more about how mechanics rip you off? See our next video exposing the biggest rip-offs by mechanics. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you there.